Mickey, are you experiencing any vertigo?
I guess I am feeling a little dizzy.
Oh, wow! Did you see that?
Now, I wouldn't be surprised if you were thinking at this point, what have I done?
How lucky can one guy be?
Nothing was working out, and I wanted to get off of Earth.
You're applying to be an expendable?
Yeah.
You read through the whole application.
Ain't that a kick in the head?
I should have read through it.
Once you die, we'll print a new version of your body.
My head keeps spinning.
They made me work my ass off on one mission after another.
Every time you die, we learn something new, and humanity moves forward.
Oh, man, he's alive. It's fine.
My life is gonna be beautiful.
Mickey! It's not looking very good for you.
Yeah, no, I'm sure you're used to it by now, but what's it feel like to die? Even on my 17th go-around, I hate dying. Why aren't you dead? Multiples.
Hello, my name is Michael Morley, and I'm here to review Mickey 17, directed by Bong Joon-ho, which stars Robert Pattinson, Naomi Ackie, Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, and Mark Ruffalo. This movie is set in the future. Robert Pattinson plays an expendable who leaves Earth to get a better future in space and signs up to be like, he doesn't read the fine print. He's not very bright. He's not very smart. This is probably Robert Pattinson, one of his most funniest performances I've ever seen him do. This just shows you how much of a good actor he is. His voice is different. He plays a very goofy character. He doesn't check the fine print, and he realizes that he's an expendable, that he will be killed in any situation as a science experiment for any means necessary. If he has to go out and breathe toxic air, he'll have to do it. If he has to go and get eaten, he'll have to do it. If he has to go and do something really dangerous, like put a landmine and explode to death, he'll have to do it. And what happens is that they put him in this machine so he will become a new body will form. It's him of his own genes, keep all his memories stored in this brick box, and they put it in there, and it gains all his memories of where everything was left off, and he becomes different Mickeys in everything. Like every time he dies, he will regain and become, it's almost like if he dies, he goes back out of that machine, and then he'll have to do something again and he'll die. And what happens is that when it gets to 17, that's when he doesn't die. This is the first time out of all the Mickeys he is alive, and he ends up seeing Mickey 18 and ends up going, shit, I didn't die. What the hell? And that's when the movie starts to really pick up. It's a really chaotic, this is one of those movies where you either like it or you don't. If you like outside the box sort of movie, if you're into something that's a bit more simple, I would not watch this, because I don't think you're gonna get it. I think you're gonna be sitting there going, I don't understand this is very different. But I do think this is a good film. I don't think it's a great film. I don't think it's the best movie I've seen. I think there are problems. Visually, this is a very stunning movie. This is a beautifully done movie. You can tell that this guy has a good visual eye, the director. And Robert Pattinson and every actor is great in this movie. Naomi Ackie and Robert have great chemistry. She's very loyal, and when it comes to the fact that she loves this person, like she really cares about him, even when others don't, because he's an expendable. And they just see him as a person that can die and they just bring him back, where she actually really cares about him and she's there for him. Like she's very defensive when people hurt his feelings or don't really think much about him and put him down. She's very defensive and she's always there to, it's a very beautiful relationship. Stephen Yeun is a two-faced friend that is nice to him, but he just does whatever benefits him, so he's not really a good friend. Toni Collette and Mark Ruffalo both play a couple, very toxic, funny couple, very over themselves and think they're really good. Mark Ruffalo plays a politician who has applied to run for office twice and he has failed twice, so he thinks that if he leaves Earth and goes to space, he will be able to get what he wants by becoming the lead politician, and he's shit. He is terrible. I love how Mark Ruffalo is just always constantly talking like like that in this movie, and it's very funny. He's an idiot, and so is Toni Collette. They just make so many dumb decisions, and it makes me feel about how our government is at the moment with all these politicians that are in office. You start to wonder that this is kind of how it is. This is how it is, and it's just very funny. It is a funny movie, and I did enjoy the first 2 acts. I feel like the third act was where it started to drag on. It felt like it was overstaying its welcome. There were moments where you could have cut probably 10 to 15 minutes out of the third act to make it cleaner. Overall, I think if people want to see something really outside the box and you just want to see something wacky, you will get a kick out of this movie. But I don't think it's as great as people are saying it is. I think critics are saying this is one of the best movies of the year. I don't think it's one of the best movies of the year. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a very good looking movie, and it's well acted. There are certain decisions where I was kind of confused at certain times where, so is this in his mind or is this really happening? There was a moment in the third act where I got a little bit confused where it went, and there was a moment where it was in a certain time and then it went back to another element. I realized it was actually in his head. It wasn't really happening. Other than that, I kind of had a moment where it went down and it went up, and I was almost like, this is good, this is a great film, I'm going to give it a good review. And then it kind of made certain decisions in certain scenes where the scale went down and then it went up and it went down. That's how I felt with this movie. Not that I didn't hate it, I actually think it's a decent film. I just feel like it could have been better. 7 out of 10.
In the case of multiples, we exterminate every individual.
Tell me quick.
Let's blow up these second-hand baloney boys.
Why don't you guys do rock, paper, scissors, and then we'll just shoot the loser.
Tell me quick. Oh, another kick. Tell me quick. Another kick in the
I don't like you, but I'm you. I'm not you. I'm gonna kill you.
Tell me quick.